So here's Hilary Clinton and Jen Psaki on abortion and women's rights. So I want to just deep dive into this. But first, guys, like and subscribe. I'm not saying anything else till you like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification right now. I'm gonna wait. Did you like it? Good. Thank you. I appreciate your like and subscribe. But look, so I want to get into this, and I want this is one of my biggest issues. I'd say this is what I pretty much vote on, and this is one of the larger ones. I mean, I'm pro 2A, I'm pro everything really, but abortion that's pretty serious to me. I just want to say that right now. I'm really serious pro-life advocate, right? I want to explain to you why Hilary Clinton is doing this. Where does she get this way of thinking, and where did it come from? I want to give you guys some suggestions to look up Margaret Sanger. If you've never heard of Margaret Sanger, you definitely need to look her up. Okay, look at some of her interviews and why she advocated for abortion and Planned Parenthood, because this is very important to understand why they want to do this. So here's Hilary Clinton and Jen Psaki. They're going to ramble on about how this is women's rights and just pure evil, man. It really is.
Now, one of the big topics that you are really bringing to the surface for a lot of people, though many are focused on it, is abortion rights in the country and around the world. And you've been such a stalwart leader on women's rights for so many decades. But I want to know, were you impacted personally as a mother, a grandmother, when you saw the news of Dobbs being overturned, and over the last year as you've seen these rights be rolled back even further?
You know, Jen, I, like a lot of women, have been very upset by the Dobbs decision, which I think is a poorly written and poorly argued decision, which has so many implications even beyond abortion, since it basically tried to eliminate the right to privacy, which, in my view, underscores so many of our other rights. So I was upset by that. But I was also really troubled that the idea that this court would make such a decision under, in many ways, false pretenses because of the way it was reasoned, and then throw it back to the states with the belief that they had, which, you know, led to the states beginning to make their own decisions. Okay. But I also thought about, you know, my granddaughter and my daughter and women and girls that I know around the country. And it just left me disturbed that so much of the progress that has been made on so many fronts over the last 50, 60 years, advancing human rights, women's rights, gay rights, giving people a feeling that they are full participants in this country that we, you know, all love and share, and that we keep trying to make a more perfect union, was, you know, deeply distressing. So the good news is that everywhere people have been able to vote on what happened with the Dobbs decision, they have voted for women's ability to make our own decisions. And, you know, I hasten to add, that is not pro or anti any decision. That is trusting women and those closest to women to make the best decisions. And we've begun to hear a lot of stories about women being denied necessary medical care, because it's part of a full range of healthcare services. So I think I, like the majority of Americans, based on both votes we've had and any polling I've seen, really disagree with what the Supreme Court did.
Now, despite this rollback of rights and the fight against it, you're a very politically savvy person in addition to many other things. The polling right now for 2024 for the presidential race is tied. Is that something that surprises you or worries you?
No, it doesn't yet. I mean, we're a long way out, and I think there is, a kind of, looking and almost shopping mentality in voters. Like, oh, who am I going to have to vote for? And wait a minute, I'm not happy with that. They're never happy with what the choices are. I've seen that for many years.
The purple unicorn.
The
elusive purple unicorn.
Exactly. And so honestly, I think that the issues will not be joined for quite some time. And I feel good about where the Democrats are and where President Biden and Vice President Harris are, because and I think Biden is the one who says this all the time: don't judge me against the almighty, judge me against the alternative. And I have been very clear in saying I am for the Biden-Harris ticket because of what they've accomplished, which I value and I think is making a big difference in helping us shape our future. But I'm also for them because the alternative is so dangerous. And I think people will begin to pay more attention as time goes by.
These politicians get on here and tell you that these things are okay, and they believe that they actually believe that most people believe that these ways of living, like homosexuality, abortion, that's is okay. No, it's not okay. The only people that is okay for are the people living reckless lifestyles. Okay, so you can say what you want about Christians, but we just don't believe in that stuff. It's not biblical to us. We can see that it's not good. So how dare you tell me that I'm not allowed to say that? How dare you tell me that I'm supposed to be okay with it? I'm not supposed. Actually, we're supposed to be okay with it. The Bible doesn't say it. God said we're not supposed to be okay with that, and that's why we're going to stand firm on our faith. Okay, these liberal elites don't raise their kids this way, bro. We're not gonna look. We're not going to feed into it. We're not buying it. So I got my set of beliefs. You got your set of beliefs. Leave me alone to mine, okay, and I'll leave you alone to yours. Those are my opinions. Those are what I believe. I want to be able to speak what I believe. Okay, I don't believe that abortion is right. I believe it's murder. I believe that it's absolute murder. Okay, I don't see it any other way. I can't, because I understand what the Bible is telling me. I get it. Okay. So I don't know why these people believe that what they're saying is true. It's just not in my opinion.
I think despite all of the, deniers, there's any doubt that he interfered in our election, or that he has interfered in many ways in the internal affairs of other countries, funding political parties, funding, political candidates, buying off, government officials in different places. So that is his opus, his opus operandi, in the sense that he hates democracy. He particularly hates the West, and he especially hates us. And he has determined that he can do two things simultaneously. He can try to continue to damage and divide us internally, and he's quite good at it. And sadly, he has a lot of apologists and enablers in our own country, people who either don't see the danger or dismiss it out of hand, or maybe agree with some of the positions he's taken on certain things, including his barbaric invasion of Ukraine. And so dividing us and then trying to seize territory in such a brutal way to try to expand his reach, to try to restore the Russian Empire, if not the former Soviet Union, that is who he is. I said that for years. Part of the reason he worked so hard against me is because he didn't think that he wanted me in the White House.
So Hillary thought about her daughter and her granddaughter when the Dobbs decision came out. What did she think about her daughter and granddaughter? Because they're alive, right? Obviously. Did she think that they would be, I don't know, whorish or something? That they would just get pregnant for some reason, or not want to keep their baby. What could be going through her head when she's saying, I'm thinking about my daughter and my grandkid? They don't raise their kids to do abortions, bro. Hello? Okay? They send their kids to the best schools. They marry the best men. Okay? They don't do abortions, son. You know who they would like to extend the abortion rights to? Where are the abortion clinics? Oh, they're in the black neighborhoods. Oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. They're mostly in the hoods. Okay. If you take a look at Margaret Sanger, the head of Planned Parenthood, go ahead and look her up. Watch a few videos of her talking about abortion and who she is advocating to have abortions. Who does she think that should be having abortions? Oh, if you dig a little deeper, you're going to see that they actually like when black women in the hoods have abortions. Why? Because they don't think that you're smart enough and capable enough to raise a child. That's what this whole abortion thing, in my opinion, is all about. Certain people who they deem not capable or intelligent enough to have children. The videos are out there, not just making this up. Go and search Margaret Sanger, and you can get more on why they're such staunch advocates for women's rights. Okay? Because that's not what they are. Now, I come from a neighborhood where young black women get pregnant all of the time. All of the time, man. They sleep around with whoever, whenever, wherever. And they get pregnant quite often. That doesn't happen in the high class elite white neighborhoods. It's just not happening, okay? They don't allow their kids to do that. They know better. They're not reckless like that. But this is targeted towards a certain group of people. And I just wish you guys would take a look at this. But it's targeted towards a certain group of people. The black women in the black neighborhoods. The lower income people. You got to smarten up. You've got to smarten up about this abortion thing. Watch who you're sleeping with. Educate yourself. For goodness sakes, get married to the man that you want to be with for the rest of your life. Stop having the government take care of you, leaving the man out of the picture. Hold him accountable. Make him promise to marry you first before you guys have any children. At least. That's the biblical way. Okay. And another thing she mentioned that these are, these abortion clinics, we deny access to women because there's a lot of different services that these clinics, basically a lot of different services that these clinics give. The main one is abortion. That's the one that I got a problem with. I don't want to see babies die. I don't want to see children being born when the mom can't take care of them, though. So let's start talking about responsibility. And maybe some Planned Parenthoods talk about this, but you shouldn't be able to just keep on doing this. I hired 2 young ladies a long time ago. Thought I could help them out. My wife and I hired them. And they were on government assistance. They had to work a certain amount of hours in order to keep their benefits, which is okay. I'm not saying that I agree with being on government assistance, but the more I got to know about these 2 young ladies, the more I became so turned off by their lifestyle. Seems that they just had a number of men. They left their kids home all the time. Both of them had an abortion. One was trying to teach the other one how to do it. What to do, what to expect. To them, it was just an everyday thing. Like, I'm pretty sure it was heartbreaking, but it's reckless. It's absolutely reckless. So my thing is, let's try to educate these people. You got to be bold and talk to them and tell them facts. Tell them the truth about what they're doing and how wrong it is to be that irresponsible, because you do have a choice. The choice is to either get married and settle down, which the white elites know. They know it very well. Nobody wants to have an abortion, not unless something terrible happens. In the cases, let me just say this, in the cases where something terrible happens, like rape or incest, of course, that's your choice. You got a choice either way. You still have the choice. Nobody's taking away your choice. But the problem is the recklessness of some of these young ladies, abortion after abortion after abortion, sleeping with different guys. And this is something that people want to say, but they just don't. So, yep, I said it. This is what the elites don't want to tell you. Instead of holding you accountable, they would just say, let's just allow them to get abortions if they need it. That's not where the conversation should start. That's my opinion. I'm pro-life. But I like to say I'm pro-choice too. But the choice that I'm talking about, it's up to you to either sleep with this person or not. Not the choice to kill your baby. That's outrageous. You've already made the choice to have the baby. The education needs to begin, folks. We've got to start talking to people about this. So I want to also address something else she said. Jen Psaki seems to think that the race between Trump and Biden is tied. That's a lie. If you take a look at the mainstream media right now, even they have to admit right now that Biden is getting the socks blown off of him. Okay? He's getting the socks blown off of him because people don't like high prices. They don't like doing the same amount of work, getting 3 times less the money. They don't like the gas prices are skyrocketing. The elites don't matter. It doesn't matter to them. Okay? It just doesn't matter. They can withstand it. They make money on tax codes. They make money on tax laws. They get all sorts of money. And Biden's writing big checks, okay? But the race is not tied. Just do some research. Just do your own research for real, man. That's all I got for you right now, guys. Like and subscribe. Start talking to these people, man. Use your voice. Make it heard. Until next time.